Which DuPage County neighborhoods give you the best schools without crazy taxes? Welcome back to Ask Amy.
She's your guide through it all. Ask Amy, ask away. Real estate made easy every day. Ask Amy, here to say the home of your dreams is just a chat away.
I'm Amy Pecoraro, Realtor, fourth generation Lombardian, and I know this area inside and out. Today we're going to hear from Jennifer.
Hi, Amy. Jennifer from Downers Grove. My husband and I are finally ready to stop renting and buy a house, and we're focusing on Naperville or Wheaton because the schools are supposed to be amazing. Our budget is around $550 to $750 for a 4-bedroom. Which neighborhoods actually give you the best schools without the crazy tax bills? And how bad is the metro commute if my husband still has to go into the city a couple days a week?
My opinion is Wheaton is going to be a little quainter. To stay by the train line, it's going to be a little less expensive. You're going to get a little bit more for your money. It just depends on what you're looking for and what's most important for you. Naperville District 204 is an elite district. If you go to District 203, it's a high-level school district. But then Wheaton schools I would consider to be higher level. The commute is going to be pretty similar from either of those suburbs, 50 minutes to an hour or so. I think you're going to get a little bit better bang for your buck if you go to Wheaton. So Naperville's known to have District 204, which is a very elite school district, very sought after. A lot of people talk about it. I mean, the state of Illinois, it's one of the best school districts. But District 203 in Naperville is also very good. There's a lot of very good school districts in the DuPage County area. It's just a matter of how much money can you afford to spend and where do you personally want to live? Because some people are okay having good schools versus spectacular schools. It just depends on what's important to you. The budget of $550 to $750 for Wheaton or Naperville is doable. There's going to be areas that it's not going to be doable, but then there are plenty of areas that you can get something in Naperville and in Wheaton for $550 to $750. I always go back to my favorite hidden gem, and that's Lombard. Not because I live there. It's because Lombard is a hidden gem. People don't talk about Lombard, but Lombard has good schools. It's closer to the city. You have a better commute, easier commute, I should say. We're that up and coming town, and we've been for the last 33 years. We stay behind Wheaton, Glen Ellen, Elmhurst in pricing, but we're starting to catch up now. It's starting to get up there, but our average sales price right now is around $410, where Wheaton is $500, Glen Ellen is $550, Naperville is probably very similar, like $550, $600. So it's just, they're all a little different. Lombard is just a little less expensive, a little more affordable. And so when people are like, well, I can only afford, $450, you're not going to get a lot in Elmhurst, Glen Ellen, Wheaton, or Naperville for $450. But in Lombard, you can still get a decent house for $450. $500, definitely you can get a house in Lombard. But everywhere we have a lack of inventory. So let me just make that be known. The vibe is different between Wheaton and Naperville, and Wheaton is a little more quaint. It's sort of like comparing Wheaton to Glen Ellen. Glen Ellen, I think, is a little more quaint than Wheaton. Wheaton's a little bigger, but has more to offer, I think. Naperville is just another level up. It's bigger than Wheaton. It has more things to offer. It's got the little river walk. It's a much larger city, though. They're both college towns. I mean, Wheaton's got the college and so does Naperville. But I think Naperville, you can feel that more for some reason. When you're out on a weekend night in Naperville, it's much busier than Wheaton is. There's a lot more people out, a lot more kids out. If you want activity and you want things to do and places to go, Naperville's a good place for you. But if you want it to be a little quieter, then, maybe choose Wheaton. So this is my personal preference. If I had to choose between Wheaton and Naperville, I would choose Wheaton. And what is the better investment? It really depends on what part of the town you buy in. Like the older portion of Wheaton, the downtown, the historical portion, it's just a different feeling than when you go to South Wheaton, where it's newer homes, more subdivisions. And that same is true for Naperville, because downtown Naperville is the older original portion of Naperville, and then Naperville has been expanded south, but then you also have much higher taxes on those newer homes. So it's really kind of a catch-22, like what do you want, what do you need, and what's your family's needs? Thanks so much for your questions, Jennifer. If you have any questions from the show, go to call.show/askamy or click the link in the description.